Yes. So hi everyone, good evening. So we are live now, and this is going to be lecture number 4 on counting, right? So I think many of you might be waiting for this session. You always expect some energetic session, right? So it's fine. So today we will be talking about many concepts. You can say I'll talk about the linear permutation as well, okay? And I'll talk about many concepts, right? So we'll take one question also from the last concept, okay? So good evening, yes. So please join fast so that we can begin the session, right? Yeah. So okay, fine. So in this session, what I'm supposed to discuss is I'll talk about you know the linear permutation as well as the circular permutation और भी जितने concepts हैं, ठीक है? तो आज का सेशन काफी इंटरेस्टिंग होने वाला है. प्लीज रिमेंबर, राइट? सो दिस इज गोइंग टू बी लेक्चर नंबर 4 ऑन काउंटिंग, and very soon we are going to start probability, right? So you can expect probability from Sunday onwards, right? You can expect probability on from Sunday onwards, because we will be covering all sort of concepts, okay? So once you join the session, guys, hit the like button also, so that I will understand that yeah, these many people have seen the watched the session, right? And they have heavily enjoyed, okay? So I think hitting like is not that difficult, right? So let me take one question. I'm just going to start today's session with the question, right? So the question is like this: if the side AB and BC and CA, if side AB, BC and CA, right, of a triangle ABC, right, have 3, 5 and 6 interior points, okay, respectively, okay. Suppose AB, BC and CA, these are the sides, okay, of you can say corresponding triangle, and they have some interior point 3, 5 and 6, okay, respectively. So you have to find the total number of triangle that can be constructed using these points as a vertices, right? Okay. So whatever interior points are there, okay, what we are going to do here is we will be taking these interior points, okay, as a vertices, okay, to construct the triangle. So my question is, how many triangle you can construct, right? That is the question, okay? And this question was recently asked in mains exam, right? In JEE mains, you can say. Yeah. If side AB, BC and CA of triangle ABC have 3, 5, 6 interior points, okay, respectively, then total number of triangles, right, that can be constructed, okay, using, okay. So since you are entering into, you are going to get into IITs, right? So you have to learn these questions. Yeah. Interior points on side of the triangle means on the triangle itself there are, you can say there are points, okay? These points are there on the triangle, you can consider, right? Okay, understood. On the sides, sorry, on the sides of the triangle, okay. That's what you have to understand, right? So constructed using these points as vertices, okay, is equal to, right? So there is an option as well. The options I will mention here. Option A is 354, option B is 240, option C 333, and option D 360, right? Okay. So is it trying to say that side AB you can say, you can understand whatever, right? That is a question which was asked in 2021 in JEE mains, right? So you can think about these questions are good questions, right? Okay. We can't ignore these questions, right? So what we can do here is solution we will start with, right? So suppose this is a triangle, you can say kind of triangle, right? This is ABC triangle, and they have said that 3 points, 5 points, 6 points. So AB has got 3 points, right? So you can say these are the 3 points which are lying on the side of the AB. Okay, 3 and then 5. So यहाँ 5 है, 1 2 3 4 and 5. Okay, so you can use okay, and okay. And then there are 6 points you can say here. So 1 2 3 4 5 6. So can somebody answer this question? It's a very good question, right? Okay, so here I'm going to use my concept, the method number 2 that I have discussed, that is over counting and correcting, right? Over counting and correcting. Okay, over counting and correcting, right? So I'm just going to over count and then correct it, right? So how many triangles are possible? Suppose these many points are there. There are how many points? Total number of points are how many? Total number of points are, you can say 3 plus 5 plus 6. That is going to be 14, right? So 14, and you need only 3 points, okay, to construct the triangle, right? So you can say that it is going to be 14 C3, and then you have to subtract. You have to subtract what? You have to subtract something, right? So these 3 points you have to remove because these 3 points are useless, okay? They are redundant, right? Okay, so that you have to keep in mind, because these, if 3 points are lying in the same line, in the same straight line, you can say, you cannot use as a vertices, right? Okay, so that is very important. So minus 3C3 and then minus this also you have to subtract, right? So you can say that 5C3 minus 6C3. I think this is clear. So people can solve this. So I think Atif and Tarun and other people have got the answer. So 333 is the right answer for this question. So how many of you understood this question? See, this question is very simple, but when we were preparing for like this kind of examination, those days our mind was not working. But now, since there is a reason behind that, though those days also there was some motivation, but now your motivation is different, right? Your motivation is getting into IIT. You know all sort of all sort of consequences after getting into IITs, right? You know all these things. But when we are in the childhood age, we are surrounded by people who all the time disturbs us, right? So I think this is clear. This concept is clear. Okay, fine. ये बहुत ही सिंपल है. अब देखो एक और भी आता है, एक कॉन्सेप्ट और आता है इसमें, उसको भी कवर कर लेते हैं. What concept is this? This concept says that they will be asking number of diagonal in n-sided polygon. Number of diagonal in n-sided polygon. Number of diagonal in n-sided polygons. Right? Yes. Now motivation is ISC Bangalore. Yeah. So that is what. Okay. The number of diagonal in n-sided polygon. Okay. Number of diagonal in n-sided polygon. तो आपको पता है कि suppose any polygon is there, okay, how can you have the diagonal? You need to choose those vertices which are non-conjugative, right? Suppose one vertices is this, one vertice is next, okay? So you can't get the diagonal here. You have to take one vertices which is non-conjugative, one first vertice, then third vertice. You can join them, right? So you might get the diagonal, okay? Okay. So this is very important concept. Suppose you have got this kind of a picture, okay? You can say this kind of picture you have got, right? I hope this makes sense. Suppose this is the kind of picture that you can imagine. Okay. Okay. This is n-sided polygon, or you can say this is going to be your hexagon or whatever you say. Okay. So you can't get, so this is first vertex, this is second vertex, this is third vertex, okay, fourth. So if you join these two vertices, you are going to get one diagonal. you're going to get one diagonal, you're going to get one diagonal, you're going to get diagonals. Okay, many diagonal you can expect, right? How can you find the total number of diagonal in n-sided polygon? So there is a formula called NC2. Okay, because if you want to get two diagonal, sorry, if you want to get a diagonal, means diagonal is nothing but a line segment only, right? So out of n points you have to choose 2 points. Okay, but there will be some points which are redundant, right? So NC2 is the total number of you can say diagonal that you are going to get, I mean total number of lines that you're going to get, but minus n that you have to subtract. I think this is again from the over counting as well as kind of correcting it, right? So this is very important, NC2, right? NC2 is one of the important fact that you remember this. Okay, so there are n number of sides and these sides are not going to contribute. Okay, what the n is, what this n is nothing but number of sides, and these sides are not going to contribute to number of diagonal, right? NC2 will be the total number of what lines, but out of NC2 there will be n number of sides which are not going to form a diagonal, right? है ना, इस पॉलीगन में कितने स्ट्रेट लाइन सेगमेंट रहेंगे, एंड देयर आर n sides means n line segments, but diagonals we have to find, take the diagonal, right? So n minus करना पड़ेगा. ठीक है, so I think this is clear for all. So we will solve one question, a very good question that we can take here. ठीक है, and this question again was asked in mains only in 2020. ठीक है, so write the question first. Okay, so let n is greater than 2. Let n is greater than 2 be an integer. Now you should understand that why they have given this statement n greater than 2, because if you want to construct a triangle, right, or any sort of polygon, you need at least 3 number of sides. So n should be always greater than 2. Suppose that, okay, अच्छा Atif is asking फिर से, okay fine, देखो this is a formula. Okay, so please remember that. देखो, see, in this polygon how many line segments are there, how many sides are there? First of all, see, there are n number of sides, right? Okay, there are n number of sides. Okay, means they are also the line segments, right? And diagonal is also kind of line segment only, but these sides are what? These sides are obtained by connecting conjugative points. Okay, if you're connecting conjugative points, conjugative vertices, right, so you're not going to get the diagonal. Okay, if you connect vertices which are non-conjugative, right, so you're going to get vertices. I think this is clear for you. What we have done here is we have found out total number of lines, straight line, that is NC2, minus which are not diagonals, right, that I have told you. Okay, these sides are not diagonal basically. I think now Atif it is clear. Okay, so NC2 is going to be total number of straight line minus the नॉन डायगोनल. ठीक है, क्योंकि ये साइड डायगोनल तो हो नहीं सकता है, और मैंने आपको तरीका बताया है कि हाउ टू गेट द डायगोनल फ्रॉम द पॉलीगन. क्या करोगे आप, एक वर्टाइसेस लिया, एक को छोड़ के दूसरे वर्टाइसेस को कनेक्ट करना है. आई होप दिस मेक सेंस. ठीक है, ऐसे आप ये, दिस इज नॉट द डायगोनल. ओके, प्लीज रिमेंबर, सपोज दिस पॉइंट इज देयर, दिस पॉइंट इज देयर. ओके, if there is one more point like this, okay, so you are going to get the, I think this is clear. So these are the things that you have to know. Okay, prior to that. So if let n greater than 2 be an integer, right? So people who are living in Delhi or something, okay, now they will be understanding this question also, because we are going to talk about metro station, right? ठीक है, तो मेट्रो स्टेशन में बहुत सारी लाइंस होती हैं. आई थिंक एवरीबडी नोज magenta line, red line, yellow line, ये line, O line, right? In Delhi people know, right? In Bangalore also there is a metro, okay, but most of the people do not use metro here. They always get stuck into the traffic, right? But in Delhi it is good, right? So n is greater than 2 be an integer. Suppose there are n metro stations, right? Suppose there are n metro stations. Suppose there are n metro stations, okay, in a city, okay, located along a circular path, located along a circular path, right? Okay, path. So write the question with me, because I did not to take the question directly. I should always paste the question, but yeah, sometimes preparation is needed. Okay, suppose there are n number of n metro station in a city located along a circular path, right? And each pair of station is connected by a straight track only, right? Each pair of stations are connect, you know, is connected, you can say, is connected by a straight track only, right? So I hope this till this point you understood the question. What is the question here, right? So you have to consider these metro station as a point, right? Okay, understood. So you see here, each pair of station is connected by a straight track only. Okay, further each pair of nearest station, each pair of nearest station, okay, each pair of nearest station is connected by blue line, is connected by blue line. Okay. Whereas all remaining pairs of stations, okay, are connected by red line. Okay, by red line. See why I am introducing this question, because you will be able to use what, the concept of number of diagonal elements, right? Okay, number of diagonal in the polygon, right? So this question is going to help you to understand the application behind that formula, right? Okay, so all remaining pairs of stations are connected by red line. Okay, so what they are saying is, if the number of red lines, if number of red lines, okay, is 99 times the number of blue lines, the number of blue lines, then the value of n they are asking, then the value of n, क्या होगा बताओ? ओके, सो आपके पास ऑप्शन भी गिवन है, ऑप्शन ए, ऑप्शन बी, ऑप्शन सी, ऑप्शन डी, दोज हु वांट ऑप्शंस. सो फर्स्ट ऑप्शन इज 201, right, and second option is 200. Okay, so I think everybody is able to read the question properly. So question says that, let me read again and you can note down. Let n greater than 2, okay, be an integer. Suppose there are n metro station in a city located along a circular path. You just put all the points on a circular path, right? Okay, there are n number of points on a circular path, you can say. Okay. Red lines will be similar to diagonal of a n. Yeah, let's see. Nearest वाला जो रहेगा ना, nearest is not going to become a diagonal, that you have to keep in mind, right? Nearest one, क्योंकि nearest मतलब क्या, 2 points are there, 2 stations nearest, okay, है ना? थोड़ा सा उससे दूर वाला रहेगा, if you connect those 2 stations, so they will give you the diagonal, right? Tarun is saying 201, considering blue as a side and red as a black. Very good, very good, very good, very good. So let's see how we are going to solve it. So, okay, so this is the very good question, and next option is 199. Okay. So let us solve the question, guys. It's not a tough question. Okay, this question was asked in in 2020 only, right? So I'm just going to consider a circular track here, and you can say 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on, right? Going to n, right? So what we are putting here is, suppose n metro stations. So we are putting n metro stations on a circular path, right? Each pair of station is connected by a straight track, right? Okay, so each pair is connected by a straight track. So obviously, they all, yeah, all stations are not in a, you can say these points are not collinear, right? So you can consider, right, nearby is going to be what? Nearby is going to give you a kind of straight line, right? So you can say these points are connected like this. Okay, so which one is the straight diagonal here? You see, which one is going to be a diagonal? You can understand. I think this is clear. So further, each point of a nearest station is connected by a blue line. Okay, whereas all remaining pairs stations are connected by red line. So red line are going to be as a diagonal, you can say, right? So blue line will be what? You can say blue line is n. Blue lines are nothing but number of sides, going to be n, and you can say that red line is going to be nc2 minus n, because this is the diagonal that you have to understand, right? This is the diagonal. Okay, and now condition they have given, nc2 minus n equal to what? 99 times n. तो ये क्वेश्चन है, अब इसको तो कोई भी कर सकता है. कितना आ जाएगा? What is nc2, guys? What is nc2? nc2 equal to 100 n. So nc2 is nothing but n times n minus 1 by 2, which is 100 n. So n is what? 201. So I think people have used the same concept that I am using, right? So ये बहुत simple question था. How many of you understood? Please write in the chat box. Okay. So please always understand the way we are moving ahead, right? So any question you can solve, right? Any question you can solve based on this. Yeah. Okay. Understood. So a question or let us solve one more question. This was the advanced question, you can say. So guys, how are these questions? Like, are you feeling difficulty? I know earlier you might be facing some sort of difficulty, but now, your difficulty. Asdeep is asking, can you please explain the question again? ठीक है, देखो एक बार क्वेश्चन रीड करो और माइंड में ये हटा दो कि क्वेश्चन मतलब डिफिकल्ट है. आपके माइंड में ऐसा होना चाहिए कि मुझे आईआईएससी पाना है, मुझे आईआईटी बॉम्बे पाना है. मतलब यू शुड बी हर टाइप का फोबिया हटा दो. ठीक है, तो क्वेश्चन रीड करना इज इंपॉर्टेंट. फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन क्या कहता है? लेट मी रीड द क्वेश्चन अगेन फॉर यू. ठीक है, कि n be the integer, right? Here suppose there are n metro stations. You can take metro station is just like a point, you can say. They are located along a circular path. Each pair of station is connected by a straight track. Okay, straight track मतलब straight line. Further, each pair of nearest station is connected by a blue line. You see, अगर मान लो ये, sorry, कहाँ गया? This. If you are connecting this and this, these are the two nearest stations. So this is going to be a blue line, and we consider this is nothing but what? The side. This is side. Okay, and this is going to be a diagonal, right? Number of diagonal is this, right? Okay. I mean, if you are connecting this station and this station, right? You are connecting this and this station. So these are going to be a diagonal. Arshdeep, now I hope you might have understood this, right? बस हो गया. कंडीशन दिया हुआ नंबर ऑफ रेड लाइन इतनी है, 99 टाइम्स ऑफ द ब्लू लाइन. आपको आगे काम करना है. you can solve it. Rest is the algebra. Okay, तो एक क्वेश्चन और कर लेते हैं. So I hope you guys might have understood this concept. Okay, so where we have to use formula. Okay, so Arshdeep, please respond fast if you have understood. Very good. देखो, अगर मान लो let n is greater than or equal to 2, be an integer. Be an integer, right? Okay, take n distinct point on a circle. Take n distinct point on a circle. अब देखो, ये क्वेश्चन पुराना है. On a circle. On a circle, right? Okay, those who have appeared in JEE, in 2014, ये क्वेश्चन पुराना है. मतलब this question is new, metro station 1, but ये क्वेश्चन एक पुराना आ चुका है. PYQ plays an important role, guys. Okay, तो आपको चाहे you are appearing for GATE examination, you have to always try PYQ. Okay, all the previous year questions you should be good at. Okay, ऐसा नहीं है कि क्वेश्चन देखा उसमें भी डाउट है. After attending Dheeraj Sir session as well. So take n distinct point on a circle. Okay, and join each of the point by a line segment. And join each. Okay, each pair of points. Pairs of points by line segment. Okay, color the line segment joining every pair of adjacent point, right? Color line segment. Okay, joining every pair right, of adjacent point. I think everybody understand what is the meaning of adjacent, right? Nearest one, adjacent. Okay, neighboring point, adjacent point by blue. Okay, so same question as it is. Okay, there is no difference at all, right? So I think everybody understood this. Okay, so adjacent point, okay, by blue, and the rest by red. Okay, now if the number of red and blue line segments are equal, if the number of red and blue lines are equal, now they are saying number of red and blue lines are equal. So you have to find the value of n. Same question, there is no difference at all. Okay, so I think people can solve it. I'm not gonna solve this, right? तो आप बता सकते हो आंसर n equal to 5 आएगा. You can solve this question. N equal to 5. Okay, so these two questions please try. Okay. And we'll talk about linear permutation now. Okay. 5. Yeah, very good, very good. Same question, it was asked in 2014. Let me highlight this. And this was asked in 2020. ये वाला देखो, तो बहुत सारे लोग ऐसे हैं कि आफ्टर 6 ईयर, आफ्टर 7 ईयर आल्सो सेम क्वेश्चंस. ठीक है, बस आपको थोड़ा सा you have to be happy, all about throughout the journey. You have to get excited, right? Okay, and you have to tell your expectation, and accordingly the mentor will work out, right? So आपको समझना है. ठीक है, तो ठीक है, and you will find that this kind of concept nowhere discussed, right? बहुत ही confusing life है. Okay, तो आपको confusing life नहीं जीना है. You have to be always active. Yes, 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 yes. because you will find that many people tell अच्छा total minus repeated, at least आया है, okay, at least आया तो क्या करना है, total minus repeated कर देना है. अब आप लोग you are scratching your head कि कैसे कर दिया. Now you always look after what, वो at least कहाँ पर दिया हुआ है question में, at most कहाँ पर दिया हुआ, how many, okay, don't search the keyword guys. बहुत सारे लोग ऐसे ही हैं, आपको restrict कर देते हैं सोचने से. Don't get restricted by these fellow mates, right? ठीक है, समझ आया ना? Fine. So let me talk about linear permutation, right? अभी तक जो भी परम्यूटेशन हम लोग डिस्कस किए हैं दैट वाज ओनली लीनियर परम्यूटेशन, ओनली परम्यूटेशन. ठीक है, लीनियर परम्यूटेशन, लीनियर परम्यूटेशन मतलब कि वी आर गोइंग टू अरेंज पीपल इन अ लाइन. एंड अभी तक जो भी किया ऑल 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 द केसेस वर लीनियर परम्यूटेशन ओनली. तो लीनियर परम्यूटेशन में क्या रहेगा, वी विल टेक वन क्वेश्चन टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस, राइट. मान लो आपके पास 4 बॉयज हैं एंड 4 गर्ल्स हैं एंड they have to be seated in a line, okay, so you have to find how many ways are there, find number of ways. ठीक है, we are going to start the linear permutation with the question only. ठीक है, so linear permutation is nothing but arranging in a line like this. ठीक है, filling the space you can say. Okay, so be careful, this is very important question, right? so इसमें बहुत सारे methods होते हैं. Okay, there is a gap method, there is a bundle method. Okay, बहुत सारे methods हैं. ठीक है, आपको मैं बहुत सिंपल तरीका बताने वाला हूँ. तो आप समझ सकते हो कि there are 4 boys and 4 girls, right? Suppose there are 4 boys, right, and 4 girls. Right? 4 boys and 4 girls are to be seated. Okay, 4 boys and 4 girls are to be seated in a line and, okay, so what you have to find is, if these 4 guys and 4 girls are to be seated in a line, find number of ways. Number 1, if B1 and G1 are always together, if B1 and G1, right, you can say, and G1 are always together. And second question है, if V1 and G1 are never together, if V1 and G1 are never together, right? So if you are able to solve this question, so future you will get many questions like couple problems, right? मान लो कोई friend है बैंगलोर में, right, and his birthday is there, he wants to invite his friend, लेकिन अब ऐसा केस है कि his friend is all couples, right? So if he is going to invite his friend, so साथ में और भी साथ में लोग आएंगे, राइट, तो खर्चा बढ़ जाएगा, राइट. तो आपको समझना है कि अरेंजमेंट कैसे करना है. ठीक है, तो लीनियर परम्यूटेशन इज वन ऑफ द की कॉन्सेप्ट, राइट, दैट रन एवरीवेयर. ठीक है, तो ये आपको याद रखना है. तो मान लो कितने टोटल नंबर ऑफ बॉयज पहले हैं, देखो बॉयज एंड गर्ल्स टोटल कितने लोग हैं यहाँ पर. टोटल आपके पास मान लो 8 लोग हैं, मतलब जैसे B1 B2 B3 B4 G1 G2 G3 G4, राइट. ठीक है, ये क्वेश्चन है आपका. ठीक है, तो बोल क्या रहा है कि B1 एंड B2 आर ऑलवेज टुगेदर. तो B1 एंड B2 को अगर हम एक साथ रख देते हैं तो उसको हम एक एंटिटी मानेंगे, याद रखना. वी विल कंसीडर 1, उसका सीट फिक्स है, उसका सीट फिक्स रहेगा गाइस, याद रखना ऑलवेज, राइट, है ना. यू कांट सेपरेट देम. ठीक है, तो 8 लोगों को अरेंज करना है. फॉरगेट अबाउट ग्रुपिंग एट दिस मोमेंट, राइट. हम बंडल यहाँ मेथड यूज करने वाले हैं. बंडल मीन्स आप B1 और G1 को एक बंडल में रख दोगे, एक पैकेट में रख दोगे. पैकेट मेथड भी आप बोल सकते हैं, कुछ भी बोल दो, राइट. तो इसको हम कितने तरीके से अरेंज कर सकते हैं, 8 फैक्टोरियल से. सिंपल, दैट वी नो 8 फैक्टोरियल से वी कैन ऑलवेज अरेंज देम, राइट. वी कैन अरेंज देम एज अ 8 फैक्टोरियल. आई थिंक दिस इज क्लियर. लेकिन क्वेश्चन में क्या दिया हुआ है, व्हाट दे हैव गिवन इन द क्वेश्चन, क्वेश्चन में दिया हुआ है कि b1 एंड g1 शुड बी ऑल टुगेदर, राइट. आई होप दिस मेक्स सेंस. ठीक है, तो पहला क्या दिया हुआ है, b1 एंड g1 शुड बी ऑल टुगेदर. तो आप बोल सकते हो b1 और g1 को आप एक साथ रख दो, और बाकी बचे कौन, b2, b3, b4, g2, g3, g4. ओके, आई थिंक दिस इज क्लियर. ओके, तो ये बेचारे बचे हैं. ठीक है, b1 g1 को तो मैंने सेटल कर दिया, राइट. तो अब कितने कितने तरीके से आप इसको अरेंज कर सकते हो. आपको पता है कि b1 एंड g1 आर वन यू कैन से वन आइटम, राइट, वन ऑब्जेक्ट. ठीक है, तो टोटल कितने हैं आप देखो, 7. एक ये हो गया, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, यू हैव टू काउंट इट, राइट. तो 7 फैक्टोरियल तरीके से आप अरेंज कर सकते हो, राइट. अब आप 7 तरीके से तो कर दिए हो, राइट. लेकिन ये जो b1 g1 है, नो, g1 कैन बी हियर, b1 कैन बी हियर, और b1 कैन बी हियर, g1 कैन बी हियर. ये जो पैकेट के अंदर जो b1 g1 को आपने रखा है, you have to also arrange them. So उसको कितने तरीके से अरेंज कर सकते हो, 2 factorial. So this is the answer for this question. I think this is clear. Yeah. How many of you understood this? ये कितने लोगों को समझ आ गया? You are just, yes Tarun, we have to make arrangement. Yes, b1 g1 में भी करना पड़ेगा. Yes. ठीक है, क्योंकि आपको पता है योर फ्रेंड इज इनवाइटिंग, राइट. हो सकता है कि आपके लिए अच्छा खाना है, ठीक है, एंड फॉर योर fellow mate, you know, khana is not okay because your friend is not happy. He doesn't want to invite anybody. He just want to invite his friends. लेकिन unfortunately, you know, or fortunately you can say, okay, there are, you know, couples, right? तो आप समझ सकते हो, ठीक है. और यहाँ तो अच्छी बात है कि b1 g1 b2 g2, लेकिन b1 g1 has taken their place, but other are struggling, ठीक है, because they don't have good rank in gate exam, they don't have ISC tag, they don't have, you know, kind of, you can understand that, right. So b1 g1 b2 g2. Okay, next, can somebody solve next question. second question हम लोग solve करते हैं इसमें. so second question में क्या दिया हुआ है कि b1 and g1 never comes together, right? They will never come together. Okay, they will never come together. What is the meaning of that? They will never come together mean b1 then g1 should never come together, right. You just, you know, you just remove them. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पर हम लोग गैप मेथड का यूज करने वाले हैं, गैप. ठीक है, what we are going to do here is we can forget this b1 and g1 first, right. इनको हम लोग बोल देते हैं जाओ बेटा अपने घर जाओ. ठीक है, I'm just going to take b2, okay, b2 b3 b4 g2 g3 g4, right. ये मैंने ले लिया. ठीक है, now you have to find how many gaps are there in between. एक गैप ये हो गया, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, there are 7 gaps. in 7 gaps you can place these b1 and g1, right. ठीक है, क्योंकि b1 and g1 should never be sitting together. आप लोग जानते हो स्कूल डेज में, राइट, कि if your teacher said you guys will not sit together, right, so you have to understand always. ठीक है, okay, so these two people should not sit together, right. So what we will do here is we will find some gap then, right, कि हाँ बंदा यहाँ बैठ सकता है, right, there is a gap. Okay, so using gap method you can say that b2, ये तो मैंने अरेंज कर दिया. इनको अरेंज करने के कितने तरीके हैं, you just forget b1 g1. तो इनको अरेंज करने के 1 2 3 4 5 6, you can say 6 factorial, right. now there are 7 gaps but 2 people has to be, you know, kept here. So पहले आप चूज करोगे, out of 7 you have to choose 2 places, 7c2, और कितने लोगों को अरेंज करना था, you can multiply 2 factorial. यही आंसर है आपका. How many of you understood this? Please raise your hand. जल्दी बताओ कितने लोगों को समझ आ गया ये क्वेश्चन. Be fast. So what we are doing is we are using this method here, we call it gap method. And इसमें हम लोग we are, you can say packet method or bundle method, right, whatever. Okay, bundling कर रहे हैं, ठीक है. So these are the artificial names that you can give, right? कोई भी name दे सकते हो, just for the sake of understanding. So Tarun, everyone understood this question? If you do not understand, please let me know. अगर feeling नहीं आ रही है question में तो, ठीक है. Feeling आना is very important. इसी क्वेश्चन में तीसरा क्वेश्चन हम लेते हैं, थर्ड क्वेश्चन. थर्ड क्वेश्चन says that, what third question says that if no two girls are together, what they are saying, if no two girls are together, no two girls are together. अभी तक हम लोग गर्ल्स को एक साथ रख रहे थे, बट नो गर्ल्स आर टुगेदर, राइट? So you just forget girls. No girls are together means all girls has to be forgotten. Forget about all girls. चलो भाई, अब गेट की प्रिपरेशन है तो वी हैव टू फॉरगेट, राइट? ठीक है, ये लो, भूल गया. ठीक है, एवरीवन अंडरस्टैंडिंग और नॉट? मतलब जस्ट बिकम मैकेनिकल कैंडिडेट, राइट? क्या, या यू आर फ्रॉम मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग, यू डोंट हैव टू वरी अबाउट, यू नो. So if no girls are together, right, so forget about them. आप क्या करो, बॉयज को अरेंज कर लो कि चलो अब हम बॉयज को अरेंज करते हैं, ठीक है? तो अरेंज कर लेते हैं B1, B2, B3 एंड B4, ठीक है? ये जब भी ऐसा होगा कि दे शुड नॉट बी टुगेदर गाइज, सो यू हैव टू ऑलवेज यूज व्हाट, द गैप मेथड, राइट? G1, G2, G3, G4 को हटा दो, बोल दो जाओ अपने घर, ठीक है? ओके, अब क्या करेंगे, जैसे ही गेट का रिजल्ट आता है तो यू जस्ट फाइंड द गैप, कहाँ कहाँ गैप है, राइट? एंड यू जस्ट फिल देम, ठीक है? तो आई थिंक एवरीबडी कैन अंडरस्टैंड, ठीक है? तो तरुण, मैंने आपको बताया था कि एनपीआर वाला फॉर्मूला नहीं यूज करेंगे कहीं भी, क्योंकि ये कंफ्यूजिंग होता है बहुत सारे लोगों के लिए, राइट? तो आप थोड़ा सा केयरफुल रहो, एनपीआर वाला नहीं. एनपीआर को आप, हाउ वी आर गोइंग टू यूज एज अ एनसीआर एंड द अरेंजमेंट, दैट यू हैव टू यूज. दैट माइट बी करेक्ट आल्सो. तो यहाँ पर एक गैप है, यहाँ गैप है, यहाँ गैप है, यहाँ गैप है. आउट ऑफ 5 गैप्स, आउट ऑफ, पहले आप बॉयज को अरेंज करो, तो बॉयज को अरेंज करने का तरीका 4 फैक्टोरियल. आउट ऑफ 5 गैप्स, ओके, यू हैव टू चूज 4 गैप्स, राइट? एंड 4 लोगों को फिर अरेंज करना है, तो 4 फैक्टोरियल. यही आंसर है. हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू अंडरस्टूड? दिस इज द वे वी हैव टू डू, राइट? नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज, इफ नॉट ऑल द गर्ल्स आर टुगेदर. देखो क्वेश्चन में वैरायटी है, राइट? नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन आपका फोर्थ है. इफ नॉट ऑल गर्ल्स आर टुगेदर, अंडरस्टूड? नो ऑल गर्ल्स आर टुगेदर, नॉट ऑल गर्ल्स आर टुगेदर, मतलब क्या बोल सकते हो? व्हाट यू कैन से हियर इज दैट you can understand this, right? ठीक है, तो अगेन व्हाट यू हैव टू डू, नॉट ऑल गर्ल्स आर टुगेदर, तो इसको कैसे करेंगे? ऑल गर्ल्स दे आर सेइंग, ठीक है? तो प्रीवियस क्वेश्चन में क्या था, टू गर्ल्स आर, नॉट टू गर्ल्स आर टुगेदर, राइट? अब इसमें ऑल गर्ल्स नहीं है, मतलब क्या करोगे? फाइंड द टोटल, यू जस्ट गो फॉर काउंटिंग नाउ, टोटल काउंटिंग, राइट? ठीक है, so what we can say here is that we will be using over counting now. Not all girls are together मतलब क्या है? You can think about all girls are together only. चलो, ठीक है? So we are going to use over counting and correcting. So यहाँ पर आ जाएगा total minus what? You can say all girls are together. तो total कितना होगा? 8 factorial because there are 8 people, right? Yeah, total minus then all together. Yes, very good. तो all together रहेंगे तो क्या हो जाएगा? 7 factorial, right? 7 factorial and then 4 factorial. ठीक है, बंडल मेथड करना पड़ेगा ना. G1, G2, G3, G4 को आप एक साथ ले लो. सॉरी, नॉट 7 factorial guys, it should be 5 factorial here. ठीक है, क्योंकि टोटल बॉइज तो 4 ही है ना, और ये एक बंडल आ जाएगा. ठीक है, ये आंसर है. हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू अंडरस्टूड दिस? प्लीज फास्ट टेल मी. Hmm? Okay, so you guys can now try question based on linear permutation. In fact, I will also give you more problems next time. Okay, you can expect tomorrow's session in the evening. Okay, so we might conduct for 2 hours as well, or 1.5 hours. Okay, so right now, I will be winding up here. Okay. Okay, because I have next class as well, right? So I hope you guys might have enjoyed this session. Please guys, you can spread this session among everyone, those who are preparing for any sort of examination, right? To your brother, sister, to your colleagues, your juniors, right? And as I said that you can contribute these things, right? Okay. And stay with me and keep enjoying, ठीक है? तो आप लोगों का आपको समझ में आ रहा होगा कि यार परम्यूटेशन कॉम्बिनेशन इतना टफ नहीं है, बस आपको थोड़ा सा ये अच्छा होना चाहिए, सही मेंटर मिलना चाहिए, वन राइट मेंटर यू नीड, दैट्स इट, ठीक है? और भी बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस हैं, जैसे बॉयज एंड गर्ल्स आर अल्टरनेट, राइट? ओके, तो बॉयज गर्ल्स राइट अल्टरनेट में आना चाहिए, और भी बहुत सारे कॉन्सेप्ट हैं, व्हाट वी विल टेक इन द नेक्स्ट क्लास। थैंक यू, टेक केयर।